Yesterday, or no, not yesterday, a few days ago, I had a very interesting experience. Applied for what I think is a really good position up in Omaha with a life annuity insurance company. And the first screening interview, of course, they screen your resume and your submission, and then they sent me an invitation to a video interview, but it was an automated video interview. So that was the first time I've ever done anything like that. It was really set up very well. I was impressed. Of course, it's a service that this company contracts out, but then the content, as far as questions, etc., are customized to them, and it may be even one of their people's voices asking the questions, which it kind of sounded like, but you never really know with all the outsourcing and subcontracting that goes on anymore. So basically, there'd be a human voice asking a question, and you were on a 60-second stopwatch where you weren't being recorded. You could think about how you wanted to answer the question. So you could, if you didn't want to wait for the whole 60 seconds, you could say, "I'm ready." Else, at 60 seconds, it starts recording. And you have 3 minutes to record your answer. So once that was done, then they'd go on to the next question. This was very well done. And I think it just fits in as kind of the first pre-screening, so they can screen out some more folks and decide who they want to take on further into the process. So we'll see. I don't know how long that will take. I don't know how many people at the employer needs to review and grade the interview I gave and compare it to those of other candidates. But I think it's a good way to keep some costs down, I presume. So I'm sure they're looking, or open to looking nationwide, although relocation assistance is not included. At least that's the going-in position. Of course, I wouldn't need it. Moving from Lincoln to Omaha at some point, and I'm in an apartment, wouldn't be, terribly expensive or terribly time-consuming. But if they're looking at candidates nationally, it sure makes a lot of sense to see if they can screen people out remotely without the cost of airfare, putting them up, travel and living expenses of a meeting, etc. So, new concept for me. I'm sure it's been around a while. I just wasn't terribly aware of it. But it makes a lot of sense, and in this case, it was very, very well done. Prior to this interview, kind of the most unusual interview I'd done before was, 18 years ago or something like that. And it was with what was then called the Institute of Agricultural and Natural Resources at the University of Nebraska. And they pulled me into the studio at the Nebraska Educational Television Network, had me up on a platform with a local representative of the IANR, and cameras were trained on me, and there were people all around the state at all the bunch of local offices that were seeing me and could ask me questions. I could not see them, so that was sort of interesting.